We're almost 2 hours into trading. It is Tuesday morning, June 15th. Hello, traders. Have you ever gone to a go-kart track and you just wish that go-kart could go a little bit faster, but it can't because you've got the pedal to the metal and it just has nothing more to give? Well, the reason that you can't go faster is because they put a governor on those engines, knowing that a lot of kids are going to be driving those go-karts, and their goal is to go as fast as they possibly can around the track. Here comes a corner. I don't care. I'm going to take it as fast as I can. That's how accidents happen. I wish we had something similar for the market because one of the biggest mistakes that I see traders make is that they always have their pedal to the metal and they always feel like they need to be risking the same amount of money. It's simply not true. And this is one of those times when you want to let off of the gas completely. I'll use another analogy. Professional blackjack player, card counter. He keeps his bets very, very small until he knows that probability favors him. Then he increases the size of his bet. That's exactly what you have to do when you're trading. Same mentality. This market is going nowhere. This is a light volume, float higher, no news to drive the market. We have an FOMC statement coming out tomorrow at 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time. Probably going to be a non event, but everybody will be waiting for it. The volume is horrible. The price action is horrible. The market is trapped in a very tight range. Folks, I urge you, please trim your size, trim your trade count. Now, this is not something popular that most YouTubers will say in their videos because we're supposed to be gurus, right? We're supposed to be telling everybody there's a great pick every day. You just have to go out and find it. This is a low probability trading environment. That is my message to you. You have no market tailwind. You dang well better have everything in place for the stock to move higher. Big volume, breakout through horizontal resistance, relative strength. All those check boxes need to be marked, and even then, your probability of success is less than it would be under normal market conditions. So even though I'm going to be giving you a pick today, I do so reluctantly. But I wanted to do a video because the message is important. You must learn to evaluate market conditions. You must know when to ramp up your size, when it's good to swing for the fence, and when you need to be hitting singles. And sometimes you just need to be standing at the plate waiting to be walked. That's okay too. So let's take a look at the picks that I had Friday. We had Zoom was one of the stocks. ZM, excuse me, this was a Sunday night video that I did. I did not do a video Monday. So Sunday night, I said I really like this long green bar. I think some of that bar is going to be given up on Monday morning. Let's see if we can get a bullish put spread done. Stock did drop $10. We were not able to get filled. I canceled the order. I said, forget it. If I can't get filled with the stock pulling back $10, I don't want to be in. However, if you look at Zoom, this stock wants to go higher. Let's put up the major moving averages so that we know where they come into play. And you can see how all of the gains from that long green candle have held, and the stock is sitting up near that high right there. That is a very bullish sign, especially since the market has pulled back. Go into the 5-minute chart, put up the SPY overlay. Market yesterday from the open, down, 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 down. What did the stock do? Rally. That is relative strength. You can see that the low from yesterday has still been preserved even though the market's been down today. I think Zoom is going to move higher. I like that pick. SNAP held up pretty well initially, but now you're starting to see the stock from yesterday afternoon float a little bit lower, put up that daily chart. You can see how it's not going anywhere. There is a bit of a resistance level right here that it needs to get through. I like these major moving averages. We tried to sell an out of the money bullish put spread on this yesterday. We canceled that order. Weren't able to get filled on it. We're going to continue to look each day, see what we can find. It's held up well relative to the market right now, but I'm not super anxious to get these trades off. So let's focus on the market and see what's happening. Yesterday, big red candle down. Chop, 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 chop. Big red candle down. Lots of tails under body here. Nothing going on. The market did nothing the whole dang day. Now, we did get a decent 10P cross here late in the day. That was the move of the entire day, took place in the last 30 minutes of trading. Great big nothing burger. Look at today. Gradual drift lower. Maybe we're giving back some of this fluff right here. That's exactly what's happening. Long tails under body, kind of choppy back and forth. There's been nothing going on so far today. You can see that we have a very nice bullish 10P cross right in here. We've got this downward sloping trend line right here that's been breached to the upside. This is a nice long green candle. So yes, I feel that there is support forming right here. This is where I would look to try a few long positions. Gap up to a new all-time high, wham, instantly given back. These gaps up to a new high, you should not be buying on the open. Same thing yesterday. Here we go. Nope. Gave up those gains, and then the bid was checked the entire day. Let's take a look at the daily chart. You can see this tiny, tiny little float higher here. Long tails under body, tiny bodied candles. Yes, we're through this resistance level. Look at the volume. It is so anemic. It just keeps drifting lower. These are the dog days of summer. You need to recognize them. This is when you want to be taking some time off. This is when you want to be doing some longer term research and finding those opportunities. But as far as day trading, there's some opportunities. That's all we're trying to do is take advantage of some of those opportunities and hit some singles. So I'll trade either side of the market. Today, the bearish side seems to be providing a few better looks than the bullish side. But we'll go through and we'll take a look at both. So let's go into the scanner. Again, the primary message is keep your size small. Do not trade very much right now. Keep your powder dry. So I'm going to go through and take a look at heavy selling. HD was a stock that I liked. I'm going to take off that SPY overlay. You can see the downward sloping trend line. It's a downward sloping channel for that matter. The low end, which tends to come in right around that 100-day moving average. This stock looks poised to come down to the 100-day moving average. You can draw down that upper trend line, and it comes into play somewhere around 315 on HD. I looked at some bearish call spreads before I started the video above that 320 level. There is nothing there. I've looked at a number of spreads today. Like I said earlier, the bid-ask spreads have widened out. So I'm just going to go down the list. JPM, failed breakout here. Financial sector, below the 50-day moving average, likely to test the 100-day. This is a decent short. Let's take a look at the 5-minute chart. You can see how the stock has been drifting lower, but it has found support. This is a marginal new low, meaning that that was the low of the day and it tested it, and it really didn't get much firepower here. And you can see how the market's starting to get a bid right in here. So the long side is really what we want to be watching for right here, right now. So I'm going to shift gears and focus on the long side. I did find a couple of other stocks that looked interesting on the short side. I'm just going to click down the list and see if I can spot anything that looks good right now. Energy stocks have been hot. And yeah, I'm going to flip right over to the long side because I'm not seeing anything that really strikes a chord right now. So let's take a look at the long side, see what we've got. And we'll go into Pop Bull, see what that's got. BGS, that's actually a short squeeze play, but you can see it ran hard early, gave back all the gains. That's the type of price action that we're going to see today. Be really, really careful not to chase these hot stocks right out of the gate. I've seen so many of them fail recently that it's just not even worth taking a position early in the day. Just wait it out and wait for those dips. If you wanted to be long, you've got that nice downward sloping trend line right here. Wait for it to be breached on the upside, and then you might have a trade. If this low of the day fails, then you do not want to be trading the long side because it's likely to fill in that gap. So nothing too much that I like in Pop Bull. Shop has been a pretty hot stock today. It's not going anywhere fast right now. FDX, all I'm doing is looking for some relative strength, looking for a stock. If FDX can get above the 50-day moving average, I think that might not be a bad candidate because it is showing some relative strength right now. Again, with the market right here and with that bullish 10P cross, I would be looking for a nice bullish trade. I like this. This is Airbnb. You've got a bit of a cup and handle. It is trying to get through this horizontal resistance level, the lip, but not quite there yet. Energy stocks are the strongest sector today. You can see XOM trying to get through the all-time high, and there it is challenging the all-time high. So I like energy stocks today. CVX, we're going to see similar, and we'll keep going down the list. EH looked fantastic out of the gate. I am much more inclined, let's take a look at EH. I am much more inclined to trade a stock that has a gap higher, but that starts off long green candle, long green candle, long green candle, but it did not gap a lot initially and then massive volume just like this. But if you get these big gaps initially and then the run, you've got an enormous amount of downside risk exposure and a chance that that will fill in. So I like these nice little building candles that keep going higher and higher that show relative strength. So if you're day trading, be real careful on the open. OCGN looked pretty good, big gap up. There you've got your nice candles and then nothing. And as soon as that low of the day fails, that tells me that this gap is going to get filled. OCGN will probably be a decent short the rest of the day because that gap will be filled in. And look at this. So you get your nice green candle, you get your nice bounce, and instantly reversed with a long red candle. By the way, market related news, CPI came in hot last week, 0.6%. We had PPI came out this morning, scorching hot, 0.8% increase, much higher than expectations. Jamie Dimon from JP Morgan Chase said that he believes that the Fed is being too conservative in their inflation estimates. He sees higher inflation coming. If that bears out in tomorrow's FOMC statement, or if we hear any hints at all that there's going to be tapering, look out because the market will not like that news. It has no other news to trade off of right now. It is searching for something to go off of. And if it's bearish news, you'll see a 50-point S&P 500 whiff right away in the course of one day. That's how easily light volume rallies are reversed. So be careful. And so let's take a look and see if we've got anything else in here that looks attractive. I'm going to go into bull run, see if we can find any daily chart. And right now, when I'm day trading, I need to like the daily chart. I can't just like the 5-minute chart. I have to like it on a swing basis because I might get trapped in the stock. This is not bad. Costco, you can see how it's been able to make a series of higher lows. That's good. And it's trying to break out here. It's on its high of the day right now. It's been strong relative to the market today. And there you can see Costco making a new high for the day. Yeah, I mean, not very heavy volume. And we need to have incredibly heavy volume to really be considering any kind of day trade. I'm just not seeing it anywhere. I can run a search also, which I may have to do right now to find anything that's spiking. FDX looks like it may be the best prospect, especially if it can get through that 50-day moving average. And I'm going to continue to go down. All right, so let's go into custom search, see what we've got there. And we're going to be focusing on heavy volume today. And we're going to be focusing on heavy volume on a 15-minute basis. So in the last 15 minutes, these stocks have had heavy volume. We're going to go in and we're going to look for stocks that have good option liquidity. This would be your list of prospects right here. Now, I'd also like to see a stock that's above the prior day's high. So let's add that. All right, that dramatically reduced the number of stocks that we have to take a look at. And let's see what we can find. I'm not going to trade that. Too light of volume. AGI. BGS we already looked at. EH we looked at. ELAN. The harder it is for me to find stocks, the more inclined I should be to do nothing. ELAN. That has awesome volume, could be our pick of the day. I'm not crazy about this chart. It is through that horizontal resistance point right there. It is strong relative to the market. I do like the volume. So I would have to say right now, ELAN looks like the most interesting stock to trade from the long side for me. Don't like that. Gapped up, giving back those gains. That was a newsy one today. MDLZ, not a big mover, trapped in a tight range. SPGI, drifting higher, close to the high of the day. The best stock I've been able to find is ELAN. That is one that I would day trade from the long side. Got to wait for the market to come in and then look for opportunities to try and get long that stock. I've got to try and find something on the bearish side because right now we've got the market pulling back here. I just want to find something. That's nice. I like that. That's nice steady price action through prior day low. Put up that daily chart. Yes, it's breaking through a little bit of horizontal support right there. So BABA looks like a pretty decent short in here. Just going to continue to go through. You can see how hard I'm having to search to find a stock. Normally, I'm in here and in minutes, I've got a couple of picks that I'm trying to decide which one I like better than the other. Not the case right now. So I'd have to say that looks pretty good. Let's go into ice cold. Nothing there. Heavy selling. All right. That might have to be RUN. DKNG. Looking for that chart, and I'm not seeing it. Oracle earnings after the close. A little bit weak this morning. Nope, your best pick of the day is ELAN. I would say that would be one that you can trade from the long side, day trade it, but you have to wait for the market to find support. Then you can go into ELAN. BABA also looked like it might be a pretty decent short today. FDX also looked like a decent long, but you've got to wait for it to get through that 50-day moving average. Keep your powder dry. Don't waste your money in this crappy market. Wait for conditions to improve. Probably going to take about another 2 or 3 weeks. We got to get closer to Q2 earnings releases. Once we get into late July, we'll start to have earnings season coming up. Then we might see a little bit of movement in the market. But until then, there's no news. Very, very quiet trading. For sure, keep your powder dry until that FOMC statement tomorrow. That's all I've got for you today. Good luck with your trading.
Thank you for watching this YouTube video. I'm Pete Stolzers and I'm going to keep the trade ideas coming along with lots of education, so make sure to subscribe to the channel and please turn on your notifications so that you never miss another trade. If you like the content, please give it a thumbs up. I've loaded 2 other videos that I think you're really going to enjoy. Stay tuned. We'll see you soon.